Today's sponsors are Angelo's Interiors, specialising in kitchens, bedrooms and bathrooms. Go and visit their showroom today in Gillingham. Their web address is angelosinteriors.com. And Dimodici Associates, Chartered Structural and Civil Engineers.
Based in the UK with a worldwide reach.
Visit their website on dimodiciassociates.com.
Welcome to the Cherrywood Podcast with me, the amazing Simon Burridge.
And me, Rachel Burridge.
Are you amazing?
No.
Try and hold it forward down.
That one?
Yeah, that one.
That one?
Yeah, say your name.
I'm Kellie Milano. There you go. Cheers, that what you want.
So I want you to really give it to Kellie Milano. It is Milano, isn't it?
Milano.
Yeah. Club AUsome.
Yeah.
Simon's got little headphones in, so if you make that as loud as possible.
No, don't break my ears. Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah. Go on.
Kellie Milano.
Yeah.
Right.
And who are you here? Who are you here for?
I'm here for Club AUsome.
You want to go? There you go. Kellie Milano, Club AUsome.
Kellie Milano, Club AUsome. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Yes, I like the let's go bit. Right, I'm going to use every bit of that. So, Kellie Milano, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
And you're from Club AUsome, which is a charity, which we love, actually. We love Club AUsome because you look after autistic children, don't you? Do you want to tell us a bit more about it? I'm going to put this close to you.
Thanks.
I know how much you love being on camera.
I know. I love it. So Club AUsome, we are a small charity based in Medway, but actually we help children across Kent, across South London. I've furthest away families actually in Huddersfield.
Really?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah. So we met up with them and I took one of their young people off to see a gig. I love a gig and any excuse to go to a gig. So yeah, so we support children with autism, ADHD, anxiety. We've got children that have got PTSD from lots of trauma.
Right.
Trying to make a difference, really.
So what got you into it?
My babies got me into it. So I've got 3 children. Caitlin, Josh. I don't know why I said Caitlin's name first. Josh is the eldest. Josh, Caitlin,
Because you
and
like
Rebecca.
her most.
Probably. So all of my... So Caitlin was the first one really to be diagnosed. So when I had Caitlin, she was quite poorly. She wasn't breathing very well. She ended up in special care. And really, she was constantly poorly. We were back and forth to hospital. She didn't meet any of her milestones, really. So, you know, she wasn't walking or crawling when she should do. She wasn't talking or making very many sounds. So at 3.5, she was diagnosed unofficially with autism. We had to keep it quiet because you have to play the game.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had a little girl that stood out quite a lot who had, you know, despite being 3.5, would have lots of toileting issues and things. And when she started school, the very first day, you know, we got a hospital appointment and that's when she officially got her diagnosis. But we had to wait for her to start school because she had to go to a speech and language unit.
Oh, right, yeah.
And if she was diagnosed with autism, they wouldn't have accepted her.
Huh?
So we had to play the game. So
It's so wrong that you have to play this game to actually get what you need
it's
for
not
your
changed
children.
though. She's I know she's 17 now. It hasn't changed. I'm still encouraging parents to, you know, but so all 3 of my children. Josh was diagnosed a couple of years later after another long fight with paediatricians and the NHS. He was diagnosed up at Great Ormond Street. And Rebecca was the easiest one because I just turned up and said, I'm not moving, actually. Arms crossed, bit grumpy mum.
Right.
Well, you've seen it with your other 3 children, with your other 2 children. So for the third, you know the signs.
Absolutely, I'm not taking no for an answer. But yeah, my 3 also have a very rare chromosome disorder. It's called 1Q21.1. Hasn't got an official name yet because when Caitlin was diagnosed with it about 8 years ago, there was less than 100 children worldwide.
Wow.
Goodness.
And I just happen to have 3 of them. So.
Oh my God. So what? How does that affect them then? Is it...
So with 1Q21.1, autism's a thing, but also it's closely linked to childhood cancers. But I'm really lucky. Mine have never had that.
Yeah.
But it is also linked to, you know, schizophrenia and things like that. But because they're researching, nobody really knows very much about it, and I'm a bit of a pain in the bum. So I'll turn up at Guy's Hospital and just say, actually, I want to know more.
Yeah.
So I asked for Caitlin to stay on their research. Because she's the one with the most severe disabilities, she's the one that they could probably learn most from. So there's probably a lot more than 100, but they don't routinely test children. Blood test isn't nice. So, hopefully we'll learn a little bit more. And I get a lot of stick for that, actually.
I don't think you should. If
For
it's
what?
gonna
For allowing
them
people to learn from Caitlin.
no.
But it's research, isn't it? If you don't
It is.
learn, what do the kids of the future?
Yeah,
exactly.
But I mean, what about all the parents out there that Caitlin is going to help, and
She's
all the
helped
children?
loads.
Exactly. How? Sorry.
This is a serious moment, and I'm really sorry. But we forgot. Even though we said we was going to talk about the time, we forgot. So give us a time. Give us a time.
Time?
Oh, you got to tell. This is for charity, and it could be your charity.
Okay.
Right? So that's why it's important this time round. You get a guess from a moment in time when you clap your hands, you say something like 5 minutes from now. And if you get it closest and that falls off the wall, you get £100 to the charity of your choice. Now, I have no idea which charity you're going to choose, Kel.
No idea. It could be 22 minminutes.
22 minutes from now. So that would be dead on 30 up there, wouldn't it? No, 40. Right, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, okay, brilliant. Sorry.
Very specific. Very
That's
positive
good.
as
20
well.
minutes.
Yeah.
You never know. And I gave it another push, so it might have another 22 minutes left in it.
We'll
So-
see.
Okay. Sorry, we said straight away that we're going to make you do the clapperboard, and then we'll talk about that. But then you got onto serious stuff, and I was like,
I can't
oh no,
come in now.
I can't say it. Can't say
Yeah,
it.
see, I'm like, it's serious stuff, but I'm not a very serious
I
person.
know, but that's the way you got to be with life, isn't it? So how many kids have you got there, would you say, now?
So as a charity, we've got 2,400 adults on our social media group. So
Right, yeah.
all of, probably at least that amount of children.
Am I right in saying it's not just kids, is it? Because some of them go past, you probably had them as kids, but now they're in their 20s, I imagine.
And I
aren't they?
love them. Yeah, I love them because actually they're the ones that can kind of sounds really irresponsible, but we go to the pub twice a month, and actually those kids get to order at the bar. They are only allowed, by the way, serious moment, they are only allowed soft drinks or, crisps or whatever, but actually it's life skills.
Yeah, that's right.
And, I've seen some of those kids fly. They're getting trains up to London on their own, going to gigs on their own. And people often wonder whether, that makes me sad because they don't come along anymore. But actually,
They're spreading
that's
their
what it's all
wings,
about.
being the little
That's-
butterflies.
I love it. Yeah,
That's
I
what
love
it's all
when
about.
they stop me and tell me, I went and did this.
Look,
That must
if
be
they could get through life normally without that help, then you wouldn't.
That's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
And that's your proud mum moment.
Yeah.
That's like, they're my
I'm
kids doing
everybody's
that.
mum.
Yeah.
I'm
You're the
everybody's
Dr.
mum.
Bernardo's of autism. No? Well, you got. I bet you don't say
Kind
it
of
bad
will
about.
go Dr. Doolittle. Then Dr.
Yeah, but you don't do little, do you? Doctor do lot.
But we've got loads of animals and
Okay.
we've got a ton load of animals in my house. You haven't been to my house.
No.
have you?
Oh no. What's it like, Australia?
Oh, it's just awful. Well,
It's just awful. You haven't been to my house. So everyone listening, Kellie Milano's house is awful. If you ever want to
the
go.
Waterloo train station. Like there is literally just coming and going and noise and.
Yeah. I've done that, Rach, because you've got a second camera and it's just Mike in front of you.
Sorry. I've got to now do this.
You can move the seat forward. I've really got to sort your mic out. 'Cause it covers
That's the compliment, isn't it? I guess.
I was trying to, but isn't there also some negativity around Dr. Bernardo? I can't
Do you know
remember.
what? I don't know.
I can't remember.
don't know.
I might
Let's
be
not
wrong.
go there. Just in case.
Anyway, it was a compliment which you literally spat back in my face.
Sorry. If you ask anyone else, I've got tons of animals, so I probably would go more Dr. Doolittle.
Okay, so what animals you got and how does it help
Oh
the
my
kids?
gosh.
You just make them clear it all out for you.
I wish they did. I wish they did. We've got 4 dogs,
Right.
8 cats. The two of those dogs were accidents, by the way. We've got a snake, a bearded dragon, a tortoise.
2 of those dogs were accidents. That's like what you say with a couple of kids usually.
Yeah, you're a bit of an
What do you mean they were accidents? What, you opened the front door and they appeared?
It could, Dr. Doolittle. Like,
Oh, right, okay.
No, so we were contacted last year about Kellie. Callie's a therapy dog. Her previous owner unfortunately committed suicide, and Kent Police contacted us. that she needs a home. She's had therapy training.
Oh.
Right.
We need a charity for her to go to. Oh, cool. This is what she looks like. Oh, she's lovely. We'll go meet her and see. And she came home the same day. But she's the most amazing dog, actually. And then Misty, we got just before Christmas, and she's more kangaroo than she is dog. She's
got a pounce and punches.
She sits above the other dogs and she smacks them on the head. Like,
So she's in charge of it.
she's border collie.
And how many cats?
8.
Oh my
God. How big's your house?
It's not big. Like, there's 3 kids too.
Oh my goodness.
And I felt
Snake.
having 2
Taller.
kids.
Crazy cat, dog, snake lady.
Literally. But people
Blimey.
kind of turn up and go, Kelly, we need help. And I kind of go, all right then. And then
We know where to dump the chickens.
we had chickens once, but you don't want to hear that story.
Oh no. Well,
I do now.
One of the chickens came to an awful end, like with somebody walking through the house with it. Because it ended up being a cockerel rather than a hen.
Oh.
Right,
Yeah, you don't
okay.
want that.
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning, that wake up call.
The neighbour.
Ugh.
Yeah, he won't get everybody up.
Yeah, we only have hens, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hens are good. But they were called Pepsi and Cola, the chickens, but the cats didn't like them either, so I don't know why I thought it was a good idea.
Well, we have a rule in our house that if you name your animal, it has to be the first thing you come up with, even if you get it wrong.
Okay.
And we had it was a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Until he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
And this guinea pig had cow markings on it.
So it was
Right.
black and
It was
white
like-
spot.
It was black and white,
yeah.
spotty sort of thing. And we said, "What are you going to name it, Tilly?" And she went, "The sheep. I mean, the cow, the guinea pig." So that
Oh,
was
it's-
called
it was.
Sheep, the cow, the guinea pig.
I love
The
that.
whole time.
And you did it with your chicken. You went, "Oh, I'm going to have a real rock star name for my chicken, like really cool dude name." And we went, "Go on then, what's its name?" And he went, Christmas Cracker." And we went, "No, okay." And he went, "No, I didn't mean that." I went, "No, your rule is."
Cracker.
So yeah, your chicken
So
was Christmas
one of the dogs is called Jax. We adopted him, and we walk around the house going, "Hey, Jaxie, come on, Jaxie." But obviously, I don't know if you're from London, that'd be arse.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know Jaxie was arse.
Jaxie
Oh,
was
Jaxie,
We keep
yeah.
learning stuff. We heard that focus was go hard when it came to
break something.
Oh, break.
Yeah,
what was
no,
it?
it was-
What was it? Oh, Riley's here, everyone. Still, my Padawan learner. What was focus last
It
time?
means to break something.
Yeah, something like
No, break something and go hard, which is why I said to you, I'm going to focus on you later.
Yeah, break it. Yeah,
Break
means
it.
because he kept focusing. His
Destroy
board.
it.
Yeah.
Destroy it. It was, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Focus meant destroy.
That's new.
Yeah, it's a new one for me, so you can use
I
that.
hear
for
all sorts at youth club.
I bet you
like,
do.
yeah.
Imagine, yeah. So,
bet.
how long have you been doing this then?
So Club AUsome celebrates its 10th birthday next year.
Oh, wow.
We've been a charity, registered charity, just over 4 years. Youth clubs have been running just over 5, I think.
Wow.
So, yeah, all through COVID. We didn't close. Youth club closed, but the charity didn't close. We did lots of different things.
Yeah, I suppose that was quite hard for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. We kind of stepped in and did the job of, schools, social workers. We were checking on children to make sure that they were okay. Serious stuff, really. I'd just rock up.
And it's a full-time job for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Club
probably
AUsome.
do about 70 hours a week. Yeah,
And your husband, is he involved in it? Or
Yeah.
is it full-time job for him as well? Or?
probably. Yeah.
Probably. Right, okay. So
Yeah,
does
he's more
he have another
techie
job or
than-
not? Or?
So Michael was, he was self-employed. He actually did like a lot of website techie.
Oh,
I'm
right,
not
okay.
interested in that sort of stuff, but computer-orientated stuff.
It's ideal for helping out Club
Yeah,
AUsome.
it works really well. But my Josh was really badly bullied, and sometimes it came to do I look after him or do I look after my 2 girls?
Yeah.
What do I do? So in the end, it was kind of, I need you home.
Right.
So we needed 2 of us to kind of having 3 kids with additional needs is difficult. So now the charity's full on. I couldn't do it without him. Really, he wouldn't do it.
You
without
don't
me.
say
He
the
couldn't do
charity's
it without
full,
me.
otherwise you won't get him. Full on, yeah.
It's full on. So there's a lot to it. People don't realise. They think we just rock up at youth club and that's it for 3 hours a
of
week,
course, yeah.
but not a
No.
chance.
So that's it. So it's it's 3 times a week these kids can come to this youth club, yeah?
Well,
Was it 3 hours? Sorry.
3 hours on a Monday night. So we've got 2 sessions on a Monday, one for under 12s, one for over 12s. We do different activities at both. Tuesdays on monthly, we kind of go to soft play, go and hire the whole place to ourselves. Right. On a Thursday, we've got, what do we do on a Thursday? I've forgotten. We're busy on a Thursday. And Friday, we're busy
great
every
detail,
day.
thank you.
What do we do on a Thursday? This is really bad. Thursday, I go and spend quite a lot of time at Snapdragons, the Children's Assessment Centre. So I meet up with parents, we do a little bit of advocacy, which is something we've done all along, really. But they came to us to help them because...
Can you explain Snapdragons to me?
Snapdragons is the Children's Assessment Centre in Cliff Road. So it's where children go to be assessed, diagnosed, follow-up support, so occupational therapy, physiotherapy, but they refer to us. They come along to our sessions.
Well, that's nice that you've got that relationship with them as well.
Yeah,
you can have
it's really nice because the doctors, they it's respect, isn't it? They all respect us enough to send children to us, and I guess a lot of people ask me if I work for them. And I don't. I'm quite clear. I work with them rather than for them because actually a lot of our parents, basically there's not enough out there. There's not enough doctors. There's not enough nurses. They are trying their best, I would say, but the waiting lists are horrendous. To get a diagnosis, you're looking like between 2 and 4 years. So.
And do the kids need a diagnosis to be able to come to Club AUsome?
No.
So if there's a parent out there now, someone's listening, there's a parent out there.
You can
I don't know why I've gone all deep.
It's not very sensible, hasn't
So if there's
it?
a parent out there, and I'm always sensible, aren't I, Kel?
Absolutely.
If there's a parent out there and their kids, they're not sure if their kids' behaviour is correct or, if they're struggling, what can they do?
Come along to us. Come and see us. Come and meet us at Coffee Mornings. Coffee Mornings on a Friday morning. That's at Mid-Kent College.
Mid-Kent College.
Meet the team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Come meet the team. Come and have a chat. We're always getting asked if we wait for diagnosis, but actually when a parent's already waiting, months and months and months for school to do anything, for Snapdragons to do anything, for anyone else to do anything, quite often is crisis. So we like to try and step in before that happens. So we'll support the parents as well as the children.
Right.
So nice.
Is there a sort of procedure you would take when someone turns up? Or you just assess everyone?
No, we just tell you, come along, have a cup of tea, let's have a chat.
Right.
And
nothing official.
And then you would just talk to the parents and just say, how are you feeling, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
do the parents have questions for you that you say, I can't answer that, I'm not medically
a lot of people,
trained
because as soon as I say I'm in Snapdragons on a Thursday, can you tell them to hurry up then?
Yeah.
Not really, unfortunately. Yeah, but it's not really fair.
Yeah.
I get it. But, there's only so many children they can see in a day. There's only so many staff that want to work in Medway. Lots of people, because it's Medway, they want to go to London. So, it's hard for everybody, I think. Services are rubbish. We need a little bit more support from central government. A little bit more money would be nice. We don't actually receive any funding at all. So I'm really lucky that we have a really good relationship with Snapdragons. We have a really good relationship with youth services team. We get to use their buildings. We have a really good relationship with local authority, the council. They'll come along and see what we do, and I try and say, could you have some money, thanks.
Yeah.
But quite often we don't get very much.
Oh, that's such a shame. So you fundraise quite a lot, and
we do. Yeah. I think Child Friendly Medway this year, they're the ones, they've come in and they've funded some events for us, which is really nice. So later on we're going ice skating. There'll be 100 children. Yeah, there'll be 100 children roughly.
How many staff do you have to then take with you for that, and can they all ice skate is the question.
I think 2 of us can ice skate. I'm not going on. No, you don't.
I'd love to see you try and ice skate.
I am. But I am not.
She'll end up in a car. So they get see, told you.
Literally, I'm the clumsiest person going. I'm.
So let's talk about you.
Me, go on then.
So, what job did you have beforehand? And am I right in saying you're autistic as well?
No. Well, I don't know. Possibly, maybe.
So
no diagnosis.
I'm sorry. I've heard your stories a lot of times, and
I think
sometimes I actually thought you ADHD.
Yeah,
yes, I'm sure you've mentioned that before.
Yeah,
that's me
I'm
just
probably
assessing
autistic.
you myself. She's autistic.
I probably would say I am on the spectrum.
Well, everyone's got a foot on the ladder. It's just how far up the ladder you are.
You'd get shot in the autistic community for saying
I know
that.
it's circular.
You'd get shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it makes it less of a, actually, it kind of, you try and make it sound better as if you say everyone's on the autistic
I don't mean it like that at all, though.
No, but that's kind of how that would be how it would. It's like it's not. It doesn't matter. Like
without a doubt.
No.
and that's like a lot of people kind of go everyone, but it kind of minimalises actually the difficulties that people on the spectrum do have.
I think
Does that make
the way
sense?
it's got to be read when I say everyone's got a foot on the ladder is that we're all at different. We're all at different points.
Yeah,
we're all at different points. And that ladder's very long.
Massively. Like,
Exactly.
So I think, I have no official diagnosis whatsoever, but I absolutely would say I'm ADHD. The kids at club would describe me as quite impulsive. Don't do that, Kelly. I'm going to go do it. I'm, I don't really plan. I'm like, oh, we can do it, and then go. We'll be sitting in team meetings and they'll all be working on Easter. Yeah, I've jumped forward and I'm on Christmas or probably the year after, because actually I don't switch off. I open my mouth before. I
Who's
think
that remind you of?
Yes, definitely.
See what I mean? And that's what I mean. I've not been diagnosed with it, but I'm definitely.
the kids the adults that are getting diagnosed now in their 40s are probably the kids 20 years ago that were being quite naughty or chatty in class.
In class,
20 years before that, they'd have been the kids sat, in institutions with D hats on their heads and very misunderstood, but actually.
And that's the thing,
me,
they just get classed as naughty kids. You're a very naughty child. When actually, if you go into it a little bit deeper, they're the ones that need
all behaviour is communication at the end of the day, isn't it? So
I was never naughty. It's just I didn't bother listening to stuff that I wasn't interested in.
And your worst thing, even like that's why we've got notepads now, isn't it? Because you're very good now. You're learning, but you used to jump in. Any question he had in his head, he just went, right, okay, I'm going to stop
that's
you.
Me. That's me. Absolutely. I can't.
If I don't tell you instantly,
hence why we've got a notepad
that's
to write questions.
That's me. Like I absolutely would think. I had surgery 4 years ago, and they had to strap my legs down under general anaesthetic because my legs were still moving. Because I've got restless legs, it was pretty like not like I was crazy or anything, but yeah, they were strapped down. And when I came out from that, I had to go and see someone to see if I could be medicated for it. And absolute point blank, no, absolutely not, because I'm really impulsive and I don't really. Like, I've booked tickets before to go and see a gig in Newcastle. Yeah, I've got no plans to even go to Newcastle, but we're going anyway now. So I don't give it much thought. But you've only got one life.
See, I just did it then. I'm sorry, I just did it then.
What are we into?
Terrible.
So, you're going to groan at me, but so Josh's favourite artist, he loves Ed Sheeran, so we've seen him all over the place.
You've met him as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I did.
For winning an award.
No, he did like a record signing up in London. I managed to get one ticket, and when I got there, I made the most of my moment.
That's what you did. You got the Club AUsome logo up and put it next to it, didn't you?
Literally. Like they were like, you've got 60 seconds, cool, I'll make the most of that. And then I took about 3 and 4 minutes. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm a little bit big for you to move, so
You can
absolutely, Ed. Here's Club AUsome. I'll send you some stuff later. So the plan is to send stuff, but I forgot I was even going to do that. So until now,
So you've not sent him anything?
Reminder.
we're going to send it. He's got a house in Dungeness.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Didn't
Didn't realise that.
Yeah, he's got a house over in Dungeness, and I know some of the townies in
Is it on a hill?
Dungeness. Probably the castle.
Oh, it's a castle, isn't it?
It's a castle.
I remember him breaking his leg round that way. Who else? Who else you go and see?
Who else have we been to see? We've been to see Green Day.
Oh, yeah. Love a bit of Green
Who
Day.
else have me and Josh gone to see? Anne-Marie. His favourite female artist, probably disagree with me now because it's changed. He loves Lucy Spraggan. Have you heard of Lucy Spraggan?
Yeah, she was
X Factor.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's also recently very much searching for a diagnosis, but we've met her several times. She comes out at the end of the gigs to say hello to the kids, the gig goers, and we've had so many conversations with her. And every time I walk away, I go, she's definitely on spectrum. she's But actually, it was what makes people quite talented. It's quite well documented that Ed Sheeran, he's put so much effort into everything because that's his passion, and that's the positives of autism. Because it's your passion. And if you're going to be employed by somebody, then they'll be, as long as they're interested, like you said, they'll fly because they'll give it everything they've got. And that's what people don't see because there's too much of a negative picture painted about people on the spectrum, and it doesn't need to be like that.
Absolutely not. I mean, we know people who are so good at music. Like we know people that can literally listen to a piece of music and then play it. They are so talented like that.
Massively.
And I think
it's underestimated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you know. But we love it. We rock up and should we go? Yeah, all right then. And then we'll think about how we're going to get there and whether I'm actually doing anything. I've got a really bad reputation for double booking myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you thought this was tomorrow.
I did.
I'm just glad I texted her.
I'm really glad you did too. I didn't know it was Wednesday because I know I'm ice skating on Tuesday. Why would I be doing two things? But yeah, I've got a very bad reputation for double booking myself. Should we go do that? You're all right then. But Kelly was seeing that. Oh,
yeah, but you even said to me your diary is in the car, so you've not even got one on your phone.
No,
is it just a write down diary?
Yeah. Everyone else says just put it on your phone, Kelly. It'll be much easier. No.
The easiest thing.
Imagine if we didn't have that.
So we share the same calendar. So whatever I type in on my phone, she gets.
Yeah, see, we've tried that, but I just get bored. Like, I don't want to know what anyone else is doing.
Well, just do it with you and your husband.
I don't like him very much. No, I
join the club.
No, I do. But I think I tend to know what we're doing every day, and I just fit everything else.
No, you don't, because you double book. You've literally just admitted double booking, and now you tend to know what you're doing.
Services for it.
When we got to a Thursday, you wasn't sure what you did on a Thursday about 20 minutes ago.
What
do I do on a Thursday? Oh, how embarrassing! What do I do on a Thursday?
Every Thursday, Snapdragons, and yeah. Make me backtrack now. But yeah, I'm forever kind of going. Someone will say, "Do you want to go do that?" Yeah, all right then. And then someone will go, "We're out that day. We're meant to be having lunch that day with so and so and so." Oh, okay, shit.
Right. We never actually got to what you did before this.
No. What did I do before? I was a mum. I worked in a bar.
Bar's working.
If I admit it, I also took them to tribunal because I was pregnant and they sacked me. So
okay, so we don't want to mention the name.
Right, okay, fair enough.
But yeah,
there's a theme here. She does piss off a lot of people, doesn't she? Go on, or they pee you off. Go on.
Well, I think it's like I'm a bit of a fight for the underdog. How dare you do that? I like a bit of justice. It's probably got me where I am today. Life's a little bit unfair. Let's make it different. Yeah. Change it.
Absolutely.
And people kind of go, oh,
you need rebels. You need
absolutely.
rebels.
That's how I would describe myself.
Otherwise, all those others will get their own way.
Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like that.
That's why I like unions, but also if it was just unions overpowering things, they'd get their own way. There's got to be a balance between unions and business owners and things like that.
There
has to be a balance.
There's too many people out there kind of sitting there suffering because they don't feel that they can speak up. And
Absolutely.
If I'm going to go out there and speak up for them, then I'm quite happy to piss people off, to be honest. I'm quite happy to tell a teacher when they need to be doing better. Ultimately, it's your job. But at the same time, I go into schools and I sometimes have to, the other side's the teachers, actually I'm there for the child. That mic's getting closer.
Because you're getting further back.
When I sit in these meetings, I'm literally there for the child, and I can, and this will surprise you a little bit, but I can actually be very quiet and I will sit in a meeting, say nothing, and then they'll come to me at the end and I usually end it with, so do you think everything you said is okay?
Oh, see, that's scary. I'd be sitting there going, oh, God.
That's why, yeah. And that's literally, people kind of go, what?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking you if you think everything you've said during this meeting is okay.
Because children aren't diagnosed with dyslexia or anything like that until, is it year 3, I think
it's shocking.
I know.
Yeah.
So they've gone...
And it has to be private for dyslexia too, because it's not funded, And
they've gone half of their school life trying and struggling without any help, and then they get to year 3, and then, again, like you said, they still have to wait. And so they're not looking at a diagnosis till at least year 5 or 6.
It's the same with, autism. Quite often they'll send ADHD. Child has to be 6, I think, now, before anyone will look at it. And
is that even before, a school would even come to the parent and say, we believe it's got Asperger's?
Sometimes the schools don't even come to the parents, Simon. Sometimes
I've got a story
schools
for you.
will...
Excuse me. Sorry, I keep coughing. I always cough in podcasts. I've got a son with Asperger's, but he lives in Portugal with my ex-wife. And the school were the ones that noticed it. And he was around, what, 4 or 5?
4 or 5, yeah.
And they came to her and said, we believe your son's got Asperger's. It wouldn't happen in this country, would it?
No.
He would literally.
Because do you know why? Because schools have become, personal opinion, schools have become more business-like now. They're academies. Everything comes out of their budget. Everything.
Okay.
So therefore, you know,
the more children with autism or anything like that,
everything comes out of their budget, and you know, they're trying really, really hard. But how do you pick between child A and child B and who you spend your money on? It's really difficult. They have to buy in services because they're not provided by, you know, the likes of Snapdragons. Don't have the funding in order to send people in because they don't receive the funding, and it all comes down to central government. Central government needs to be doing a better job. And I always say I hate politics, but I love a debate. Yeah.
But it must be so hard. Like, if there's a child who has certain aspects of autism or ADHD, and then they think possibly, or a kid that they can see has definitely got ADHD. I mean, like you said, who do they spend the money on? The child with definite sort of almost confirmed diagnosis, or someone who maybe is a little bit struggling? Shall we investigate to see if he has? I mean
quite often it's wrong. It's who shouts loudest.
Yeah, and that's such a wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get quite a lot of children. So masking is something that happens all the time in schools, especially by girls. You know, they'll go in, they'll be the quiet ones sitting there, just kind of, you know, probably maybe getting on with their work or not getting on with their work, just sitting there, and they'll because they're not naughty. I hate that term. Because they're not playing up and they're not causing a problem, they'll just slip through the net.
Seen, yeah.
That's and then you'll get us that come along and go, that child's masking. No, they're absolutely fine in school. That they're masking. And I've turned up at schools before and highlighted it on a piece of paper and said, look at that. Go on. My own child, Rebecca, I had to pull her out of school because we were picking her up at the end of the day and she was breaking down and absolutely, you know, not a very well little girl, and she was only, you know, 9, 10. So nice. But they weren't seeing it in school, and because they weren't seeing it, they weren't being supportive, and I was told it was all my fault, and that's not okay. There's a lot of people out there blaming parents, and there is poor parenting out there. That's why we have services we have, but actually you can't blame, you know, a child having
99% of the time.
Exactly, no. And people not understanding. So I could talk about it for hours. I'm really like, it's hard. It's really hard. But, you know, people need more money. Schools need more investment.
It must be hard for you as a parent as well. You must have really good days, and then you must have days that you just want to shut the door and just say, please give me 10 minutes to myself.
Literally. Like, why on earth did I even bother setting up this club when actually I'm having a really shit day? My kids don't want to come, and now I've got to go out the door and put a smile on my face. But do you know what? The kids make it worthwhile. Like when those children turn up and go, Kelly, look what I did this week. Or, you know, you'll have a non-verbal child attend, and we've had one that's come along for 6 months and not spoken a single word to any of us. And then suddenly they're in the corner of the room going, Kelly, look what I've done, look at my picture. And then I have to go off to the other corner and have a bit of a cry. Yeah. And then, you know, that's the winning bit. So it is hard, but they're worth it, aren't they? They're the future generation. And when those kids go and change the world in 10 years' time because of what, you know, we've made possible for them, then that's a win, isn't it?
Absolutely. And the whole aspect of it has changed so much, and it's come along. It's come along so much in the progress of all of it that, you know, 10 years ago you wouldn't have this. You know, 15 years ago you wouldn't have this, like we were saying earlier.
There was nothing.
And I think it's the awareness of it and making people aware of it that is the big condition of it as well.
I mean, I guess like, I'm quite known, I suppose, for not sitting in a room and not keeping quiet. Because if someone, I mean, I've been in a meeting before and someone said, I've got this cleaning product. If you spray it around, the child will be less autistic. Excellent. Cool. And I've had to bite my lip. But seriously.
Someone actually said
seriously, that? Yeah. Oh, this cleaning product we offer. Yeah, child. We can, like, all the impurities in the air, we can clean all of those. Child less autistic. cool, I'll take you home then. Because if I could do that, I'd be a millionaire. You know?
Yeah.
But you'll find that the majority, eventually, of parents, they don't want to change their children, and why should they?
Exactly.
But that's a common American theme. There's a lot of bleach drinking to cure.
We know who's in charge of that.
Yeah. But it's this crazy, isn't it? But I feel like the kids should be embraced. They should be embraced for all of their differences, because otherwise life's going to be boring. But I want a kid to rock up with green slime in their hair, you know?
I would say, I'm going to say Elon Musk must be on the spectrum.
Without a doubt, Richard Branson. Without a doubt, the guy who invented Facebook.
What's that noise? Can you hear that noise? I'm getting a really weird noise come up.
Vibrating aliens.
Can you not hear it out here? Oh, it's my phone. My phone's going off. Sorry. Who's trying to... Sorry. I'm just checking it's not the kids. That was going mental. Sorry about that. Your cousin. Sorry, guys. Let's throw that over there.
You go, what is this? And we're going, I don't know.
It was like really weird. It was like I'm like, what is that? Sorry about that. My phone goes off every episode.
There. Not an ADHD moment. It's not Simon, was it?
We just thought you were a little bit weird. Going,
so yeah, you look at Elon Musk interviews, you can tell. And
they're the brightest people ever.
Yes.
The people who make inventions, because do you know what? They think outside the box. They don't see it how everyone... People on the spectrum generally, they have their own thoughts, and it's all outside the box, and that should be embraced rather than shut down.
Absolutely.
And if we could all embrace people being a little bit more... that really put me off there.
Sorry. The reason I'm doing it is that camera's off now, so you've got to show your face there. Go on.
Yeah, so I think, if we can embrace people for the way they think outside the box rather than calling them weirdos and, whatever else, actually, they're going to change the world, There's plenty of people out
there is a lot of stigma and bullying attached to it, and that's not a very nice thing at all. I mean,
we have children bullied all the time. All the time, Caitlin was never invited. Well, none of mine were really ever invited to parties. They were all left out. That's probably why the birth of Club AUsome was the way it was, because I got to a point where actually... my children being left out because Caitlin couldn't talk very well, made a lot of sounds, and then she sort of got to 6, 7. We did a lot through music, so we sung a lot rather than talk. And if you met her now, she's a bit like me. She doesn't shut up really, but she always fights for the underdog, and she's passionate and she wants to change the world, and she's gonna. Absolutely, she's gonna.
That's because she's got an amazing mum to look up to.
She's been my teacher, to be fair. All 3 of mine are on the spectrum, but she's taught me to see things differently. And when they weren't getting invited to parties because they were a little bit different, that's why I kind of saw something, let's go have our own. We'll meet up somewhere and play some Lego, do some drawing, and I'll find some kids just like mine. And that's how Club started. It was kind of like 2 o'clock in the morning, there's a room for hire down at Nucleus Arts in Chatham. I'll have it. Lady said to me, what do you want it for? I don't really know, but I'd like it, please. So I wanted to sort a group out, and that was 10 years ago. And, we started off with, if I could bring a magician in for my 3 children... There's no reason as to why I can't invite 10 more children to go and watch that magician. And then it grew, and it grew, and it grew. And,
That's amazing. Brilliant. That was so amazing.
Have you got any stories from, one of the kids arriving for the first time and now what they're like now? I suppose you've got loads.
Tons. So I guess most recent, and Jack's dad won't mind me mentioning Jack. Jack came to Youth Club having... been home educated for a long time, and he'd sadly lost his mum 2 years ago. They lost lots of things. Dad was literally just, they were sitting at home, they were arguing, there was nothing for Jack.
How old was he when you met him?
16, 17.
Oh, right.
So, yeah,
okay.
so
I'm
very
thinking
late
a
on.
little kid, yeah.
No, very late on. He, the very first time he walked into Youth Club, his head was down. He'd met my colleague, Nikki, before I met him. They walked in with a local authority employee, and, it was all very, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, this is all very weird. Do you want to go and have a look in the sports hall? Let's show you around the sports hall. He wouldn't go in the sports hall. And he came and sat down next to his dad, felt very unsafe, and it was sad, really, really sad. And in the end, I was introduced to him. So I sat right next to him, just said, who I am, what we do, let's be friends. And then obviously I introduced myself to his dad, and it was all, the first thing he did was, this is my mum, and got out a photo of his mum and showed me a picture. So we had a good chat about his mum, and I reassured them that actually it's going to be all right. Now, roll on 6-7 months of Jack. I don't know if it's been that long. Jack attending, and he comes in and says, "Hello, Kelly, I'm back." Right. Cool. And he's like, "Old man's with me." No. And you probably met Jack at sort of the disco.
Probably did.
Actually, and he's like, "This is old man. Like, I love you, Kelly."
Is he the one that gets on the mic?
Yeah.
He's the one that took our food order as well, didn't he? He went, "You guys sit there. I'll go and get your food for you."
So we went to your Christmas do, didn't we? We loved it, didn't we? The kids there all just so lovely. So genuine.
He's like the most incredible, and like we were trying to say, my colleague Nikki, she was trying to say to Jack's dad last week, because Jack's doing so well now, why don't you take a little bit of time out, go shopping, go and have a cup of tea, leave Jack here with us, it's absolutely fine. And the dad said, actually, this is for me as well, because I've made friends too. And that's nice, because we're not just about the children, but I've taken Jack off we've done Chessington, and he's been also I'm taking him. He's got like a sponsored place for the Lion King, and I can't wait to see all of their faces at the Lion King, because they should get the same trips as everybody else.
Yeah, they should get the same as everyone else, which leads me on to the award night that you're doing as well. So you're doing some awards for these kids, the kids that wouldn't normally get awards at school because they're academically different to what the school expects you to get awards for.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on a bit about that? Do you want to go on a bit about that? Do you want to bore us with that?
I do go on.
No. I was in the middle of coughing when I said this. I used the quickest words I could.
Would you like to inform us about this?
Yes, do you want to go on about that?
Myself a little bit, Simon. So the awards. The awards are something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I've spoke about them a lot, and then I've kind of gone, we're really busy, let's not. I haven't got time. And then I think somebody posted on social media about their child getting another award for 100% attendance. And I've argued with people, teachers all the time, and said, those children, if they can't, it's not that they won't attend, they can't attend. Why should they continuously be missed out? Missed out on things. And kids get recognition for getting 10 out of 10 on their spelling tests, and punctuality, and history exams being fantastic, and I'm fed up with that. Like, it's amazing. I mean, I did balls up at Canterbury BNI and told everyone that got an award for 100% attendance their children's awards were rubbish, and I shouldn't have done that. Used the wrong words, but actually, what's wrong with recognising kids for being kind?
Just progression,
but
even just progression.
Just trying their best, being a good friend, tidying up.
I got an award at school, right? Just to jump in, to make it more about me. I got an award for endeavour.
Did you?
I started at the bottom of the groups and I ended up at the top. So that,
effort.
An effort.
Well, I think, do you remember Tilly?
Which is good for back then.
One of Tilly's classes they made their own award up in their class, and they used to have to put names in a tin or in a box, and then that week the teacher would pick out a name and said, right, okay, this person's going to get the award from one of you who's nominated them because they were a good friend, and they told them the story. And I thought that was amazing.
Please, what's wrong with being kind? If the world was a lot kinder, then everything would be better, wouldn't it? So we don't all need to be on time 100% of the time, turning up every day, because we all have bad days. But, we've got awards going out for, dancing, the best at, discos. And
representing the photography award.
Yeah.
Photography of the year award.
Like we've got a
don't say too much about it.
Yeah, we've got a photography award, and there's someone that comes along, and every week without fail she says, would you like me to take your photos today? We do quite a lot of photos of the activities we use. So
she's not going to watch this, is she?
Probably not. Maybe. Her parents might. I might give it away. But we've tried to, and a lot of people have come to me and said, what's the categories then? categories created around the children.
Yeah.
But like going back to the punctuality, that's the word I'm looking for.
It's easy for you to say.
Some of these children can't help going to hospital, going to hospital appointments, doctor appointments and everything like that. Why should they
get
be
marked down?
punished?
They do get marked down for it, and it's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay. So, you know, my Rebecca, she tried. She really tried to go to school, and yet she wouldn't have ever got 100% attendance because school was hard for her.
Let's be honest, that 100% attendance award is for the parent.
Literally.
It's for the parent getting off their arse.
Getting your children.
Well done for forcing your kid out the door on time. You know, I'm right. I mean, we might even end up with an award for best fart or something. You know, at the end of the day, we're just.
You can do that one then, Rach. You can present that one.
You know, we just want to recognise the kids for all the nice things. Absolutely. So yeah, the awards, they're created around the children, and we've had some really, really lovely nominations come in actually, and I can't wait. I can't wait.
It must make them, like, at the end of that night, they are going to feel so special and so amazed that they've actually got something.
Yeah, it's going to give them a massive boost in confidence.
Yeah,
and the parents too, because you know, why can't our kids be loved, you know, for who they are?
And treated
has all of them got something?
Every single person that's going to get nominated will receive something.
Right.
And then we've got 24. It was 20, then 22, then 24. It's probably about 28 now winners on the night because actually we have to limit it because of space in the venue. But actually, they're all going to get something.
Don't have to say the venue, but is it where the Christmas?
It's Higham Village.
Okay, you did say it.
Higham are great, actually. Can I give them a shout out?
Yeah, you can, because that's where we filmed the Tad Theory.
Yeah, so Higham Village Club, Kerry has supported club. We first had our quiz there just before COVID, actually. And we ended up running down to the church to borrow extra chairs because we filled the room quite a lot. And
they're brilliant there.
I love them.
We see that we met them in COVID, said, I want to film a comedy. And the comedy's got a scene from a club in it, and we want to use this club. And they were brilliant. They were so up for it. Showed them a bit of the script. Said, "Yeah, we'd love you to be here."
Yeah, they are lovely. Yeah. And, you know, we've rocked up, and I feel like they almost let us get away with murder a little bit. But we turn up with all of these children, and the kids dance, the parents dance. Everyone has a really good time, and no matter how long we're there, everyone is smiling at the end, because you can see that those kids deserve a good time. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. We were going to have the awards at Mid Kent College, but we've got too many nominees now, so there's not enough space.
Wow.
So am I right in thinking you're looking for another venue?
Well, I would love our own venue. I would love our own space, because if we had our own space, we'd be able to do a lot more. So eventually, that's the big dream.
Okay, where are you at the moment? Just to clarify with everyone.
On a Monday evening, we're at Stroud Youth Centre, just round the corner from here.
Okay.
In Montford Road.
I'm not even sure what that is myself.
Do you know where the Papa John's is and the Quick Fit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so where the Quick Fit is, you've got the left-hand turn with the bridge. And
you're there, are you?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I could have walked down and see you.
Yeah, on a Monday night, we're there from like 4:30 until 9 o'clock. I don't usually leave till nearly 10 because we're clearing up slime and flour and all the messy stuff everyone else hates. Yeah, like I say, Monkey Beers on a Tuesday. Wednesdays, sometimes we go out and we do community events. So I'll rock up at KFC or Pizza Hut, tobogganing. We'll go out into the community, because actually a lot of people say, it gives our children a real good chance to do things that everyone else can do. But actually it gives the community a chance to embrace the children that actually deserve to be embraced.
Yeah.
So it works both ways for us. Thursdays, Snapdragons. Fridays, Mid Kent. Saturdays, we used to be in the Pentagon. I've only just stopped doing weekends because actually I need to do a little bit less maybe. But we do loads of day trips as well and golf to the beach.
Is there like a digital community for the kids to talk to each other? Or
we have got, so we've tried a few times to set up, like, especially for the older children. Doesn't always work, because a lot of parents like to intervene, or you like to watch over them because your children are vulnerable.
Of course, yeah.
So, but there is, a lot of them will make friends at youth club, and then they'll have this chat group, that chat group, and suddenly they're all over Pinterest or something.
Right, okay.
Discord. Everyone talks on Discord.
Don't even know what Discord is.
I know it's called Discord because they talk about it, but I don't know what it is.
Not sure what that is. I feel so old when they start coming.
We're ancient.
We're ancient.
Do you know Riley? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They all talk on Discord and
Come on,
there's real
Riley, tell us about
communities.
Discord. Get on Rachel's mic because she's not using it as usual.
It's mainly a lot of businesses use that actually as well. I've noticed it's a gaming. I use it for gaming. Literally a chat. You can have little sections for dedicated chat spaces. You can have online bots to make sure there's no swearing or profanity or anything.
Right.
It all digital internet. You can.
So it's a safer sort of chat. Is it Discord?
A bit like you can find WhatsApp chats and Snapchat.
It's very, very popular with the younger generation, not the old people like me.
And me.
I use the game.
I use Carrier Pigeon.
Carrier. Yeah,
That should be a good app, Carrier Pigeon.
That would be a really good name for an app.
No, it's a digital app. I'm going to bring this out. It's called Carrier Pigeon. You send someone a text, but it takes 2 weeks before they receive it.
That's usually when I read my texts about 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
I've got
That's a good idea,
endless
isn't it?
messages. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I say I've got Carrier Pigeon, then people will know that I'm not going to respond.
And sometimes the message doesn't turn up because your pigeon's been randomly shot by a hunter.
I feel like that's all right. That would get me out of a lot of stuff, Simon. I feel like you should do this.
Carrier Pigeon.
I feel like, yeah.
If there's any app makers there, that I thought of that first. Carrier Pigeon app.
Wait, is that for like the older generation?
Yeah. And you have to write it with a pen. You have to use one of those dongle things. You're not allowed to text. And then you put it in a pigeon and it goes off and then you wonder if it gets there. It's perfect. Make life simpler.
But then in 2 weeks' time, like
That's
you get one
random.
come back, like the pigeon's coming home.
And,
Can you imagine if the pigeon goes elsewhere and drops off the wrong message to the wrong person? You've been talking about somebody
imagine
else.
that.
Like, can you?
oh, imagine a dick pic down the wrong way. But you have to draw it. You have to draw the dick pic.
Who would have thought we're talking about dicks at Children's Charities podcast?
Sorry about
Brilliant.
God.
Look, don't try and be all innocent. The chat we had before this started, it's me that said it, so don't worry, you're not in trouble.
Oh, I'm fine.
What was I going to say? What was I going to say now? I've just spoke rubbish for ages.
You just told us about your
So you're fully donate. None of the parents really pay you a monthly thing. Is there an option for that?
We do children. So parents pay to attend. So youth club's like £3, and that covers everything.
Considering I went to the O2 and paid £4.20 for a bottle of milk.
No, bottle
Bottle of water. Bottle of milk. A bottle of water. I knew it didn't sound right when I said it. £4.20 in the O2 for a
That's
bottle.
crazy.
And then your
It's
kids
disgusting. So £3, come along to youth club, and they'll make pizzas, or they'll make cakes, or they'll have craft stuff. It's not a lot of money really, but
No, it's a very good price.
not all of those children pay to come along, but that's something we don't talk about. So
Of course,
if we know
different
that
circumstances.
someone is struggling to come along, you come along anyway. You know,
Yeah.
so we would never turn anyone away, ever, unless
No.
we're, born or I don't like you.
I'm not allowed to go there.
No, we've never turned anyone away. If you haven't pre-booked or whatever, then come on in, because actually I just want you kids to have fun. So we've got a massive sports hall. If you're only good at basketball, Riley, like
No,
come on.
he said, no, he's not good at basketball.
Like basketball, football. I've got a
He's
brilliant
mine.
team of volunteers.
He's my Padawan. He's not yours. Don't stop trying to steal him.
Well,
He's mine. I own him now. I
Do
actually
you?
own him, yeah. Don't I, Riley? No? Oh, right.
I think you own a person.
Well, I own you because I'm your Padawan. No, I'm not. I'm your master. Yeah. You're my Padawan.
are you like the Obi-Wan Kenobi? I
Yeah.
don't even do Star Wars. Like,
don't
the kids
you?
would be really disappointed for me not knowing that. But yeah,
You got it right. Obi-Wan
Have I?
Kenobi, yeah.
it's probably because my kids have talked about it.
Don't do Star Wars.
No,
You can leave. Leave now.
just sci-fi in general. Why?
Why not?
Because it's not normal.
It can be normal, though. And from the help from your kids, they can make it normal. Because they will think outside the box, and we will be there. We'll be intergalactic.
We've got this most amazing boy that comes along, and he could probably tell me, how many stars a galaxy has, and how many rings around a planet, what the temperature of the planet is. He is the brightest boy in the world. So if he watches this, he'll be like, Kelly, I'll correct you, and have absolutely zero problems in doing it. Yeah.
Perfect.
So what's the youngest member that you've got, and what's the oldest?
Yeah, so 2.5 is our youngest. Yeah, so rocks up to youth club every week, and well, actually, probably a little bit younger than only just 2 we've got now. And then the oldest member that comes along is 34, and he comes along to the over 18s night.
Nice.
Travels all the way from Bexley to come and sit and just play games in the pub.
Drives? Did he drive?
He comes by bus, but we have got some young people that come along. They drive there, and they've really shocked me because I thought they probably wouldn't, but actually they're out there driving, living their best lives, and I love it.
Brilliant. I've spoke to you about this before. Love on the Spectrum. I love that. These people, they're just so pure. Purest minds.
Innocent.
It's innocent, isn't it?
It really is. And it's so nice to see as well. I mean, a lot of people, take the piss out of it and stuff. But,
their parents really laughing at them because they're funny. They're generally so blunt that they're funny.
Oh, it's just well, at least you know where you stand.
Straight away.
So, you're not going to be hanging around for text. If someone's not interested, they're going to tell you. You're not going to get two sides of it. We experience, especially with the Oldest Youth Club, hormones and
I can imagine.
new relationships. And Caitlin quite often gets proposals, my Caitlin, and they're from boys, and she's not into boys. She quite likes girls. Has a girlfriend, and will say all the time, "But I'm a lesbian, don't they know that?" and the people that are telling her and proposing, they don't. They're just like, they come to me and go, "Kelly, I will marry Caitlin," and then Caitlin goes, "No, you will not." Caitlin's an example. She's got herself a lovely girlfriend, and
is the girl on the Spectrum as well?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And do you know what? If you watched Hotel Transylvania?
Yes.
Right. So that moment in Hotel Transylvania, but Transylvania, I can't speak, Transylvania, and there's a zing. And we did an event at Midway Pride last year, and up rocked this girl, and we knew her previously. They were part of the club for years and years. We hadn't seen them for a very, very long time. And it was like a zing between her and Caitlin. It was just what it was. And she went away, she come back and she brought Caitlin a bracelet, and suddenly that was it. They were loved up. And we're talking loved up, and I see the chats sometimes and I don't want to see the chats necessarily. but only because I'm kind of like, ugh, love. Like, I'm old, right? So all that love stuff is but we have had a Club AUsome wedding, actually, and Club AUsome babies.
Oh, really?
So between one family and another, they met at youth club, met in sports hall, and it was literally love at first sight. And they went on to have a baby, and then they went on to have twins, and they come along to youth club now, and the babies, and the older sibling, who was the older child, was actually, the member who was coming along, and that. I love that. I love that. Now we've got 3 extra babies. I don't like babies, but
that sounded so beautiful until you ruined it at the end, Kel.
I'm not a very baby person.
Babies, don't like babies.
I much prefer the child who's going to come and play slime with me than a baby that poos a lot.
You just hand it back.
Yeah, it's really lovely. But let's go play slime. I love the kids getting messy. I love getting flour, and we have young volunteers as well who we get really involved. They come up with their ideas. One of their ideas is Paris next year. We're going to try and go off to Disney.
Wow.
It's 10 years, so we've got to do something special, haven't we?
Absolutely.
So they want to go to Paris, but providing they can do Disney, but as long as they drive past the Eiffel Tower as well, because otherwise it's not okay. There's very strict instructions.
Right, that's brilliant. Kel, I love the fact that I've met you because you are a Mother Teresa.
You're just an amazing person. You're just awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, you should be very
Absolutely.
proud of yourself. And I know you're just all refined and I hate babies and all that sort of thing. But you're changing these kids' lives, and you should be very proud of yourself. And one day they're going to have you, like they did that guy that saved all those kids in World War II, where they all stood up and clapped him.
This is your life.
That's going to be you one day. They're going to clap you and say thank you for changing my life.
Hope not. I'll end up with a cone on my head.
Hopefully they won't bring their babies with them.
But the thing is, the cone on the head, I've dressed up as well, haven't I? Like, have you seen? I've done some really random stuff.
First time I met you was dressed up as something. I was like, what is going on here? It's like Barney's turned up.
The yellow
Was it a
one.
kangaroo?
It was a kangaroo,
Or was it?
yeah.
I
'Cause
don't remember.
I was going to a Jason Donovan concert that night. I pissed him off, though. I pissed a lot of people off.
What, by dressing as a kangaroo?
No, I threw a kangaroo at the person who was singing with him, but I hit her on the head.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
But he's going to remember the time he was at the O2 and someone...
Yeah,
lobbed
that's
a
probably,
kangaroo
on
lobbed a
YouTube, is it?
kangaroo. I've got a video of it.
yeah, I think I remember seeing it. Did you
Yeah.
have a note written on it?
I don't know, I can't remember, but I was dressed as a massive kangaroo and I escaped to the bottom of the stairs and then lobbed the kangaroo over, smacked the girl who was singing with him on the head, and then he just looked up and there was this giant kangaroo in the middle of the O2. Kind of going.
Oh,
But it's hilarious. But I had, obviously I couldn't film and throw at the same time, but one of my friends was downstairs and just happened to be recording. I think it might have even been especially for you, like Love Song,
right.
and was recording it and just saw this toy kangaroo just fly. And yeah, he's never going to forget that, is he?
No.
Ever. So
Right. Anyone listening to this podcast, if you can find that footage, not you, Kelly, that doesn't count. If you can find the footage of a kangaroo throwing a kangaroo at
the
Jason
O2.
Donovan and put the link on the YouTube of this video as a comment, we would give £50 to Club Awesome.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, because that'd be quite funny.
I've done some really stupid stuff. You know that I've done so much stupid stuff.
Probably shouldn't be on this.
Is that another one? And plus
You see me
18.
go to remove my glasses to wipe my eye then. I've not even got glasses on.
Right, overall, I've danced dressed up as a traffic cone in front of the Thomas Waghorn statue purely because a kid has said you're not going to do that. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? See, I'm actually born in Northfleet, so I've
He had no idea.
I knew nothing about the Thomas Waghorn
Waghorn's
statue.
famous.
Yeah.
Waghorn's
Well,
a
it's on the
legend.
drag thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the drag
He's
queen.
visited us. She.
Oh,
They,
you got to get them right.
He
Bit
wasn't
of
he wasn't in drag form when he came to see us.
Okay.
is that
River,
River Medway?
yeah.
I love
And he
The
donated
name is
some Easter
River.
eggs.
Drag queen is River Medway.
Yeah.
And they come as what is that? Thomas Waghorn? Did you
Yeah, it
say?
was the Waghorn cone. Yeah,
Now this is everyone's going to go. You don't even know Thomas Waghorn. Who's Thomas Waghorn?
I'm from London.
Oh, wait, who's Riley? Do you know who Thomas Waghorn is?
Do you want me to Google it?
No, I don't want you to Google it. I want you,
He's a
someone from
statue in the
Medway,
middle
to
of
tell me
Chatham.
what he's all about.
You must know that statue in Chatham.
I know the statue.
We all know the
What is the-
statue.
For everyone around the world, and
Soldier man. Soldier man.
for everyone around the world, and not living in Chatham, there's a statue right near Chatham train station, and it's of a guy called Thomas Waghorn, right? But what we always do in Chatham,
British.
typical idiot British people from Chatham, is we always stick a traffic cone on his head, right? Eventually they come along and remove the traffic cone, and I can guarantee within a week
It's back up.
there's another traffic cone on
Days, I
his
would
head.
say, not even a
So
week.
if you ever watch the drag what's it called? Drag race,
yeah.
the British drag race, and you see that one with the traffic cone on his head, that's why, because he's from Medway. And he's he's dressed up as that Thomas Waghorn with a traffic cone on his head. So if you
It
ever
was
wondered, that is the reason. And
I've even seen it with Christmas,
Tinsel?
tinsel, everything like that.
If we
Christmas Eve traffic cone.
yeah.
If we go past it, like with the children from club or even my children, if that cone is not on his head, that is not okay.
No.
No,
The cone
it's
belongs.
It's a tradition now. It's like Groundhog Day. Yeah. There has to be a traffic cone on Thomas Waghorn's head. If you don't believe me,
and it's not right.
do a search.
Yeah.
Thomas Waghorn statue Chatham.
I
You will find a
actually
traffic
think-
cone.
What description of who he was?
Yeah, come on in, Riley. Come over and tell you. I know you want to
Even the
get.
picture. Even
Oh yeah, even the picture.
There we go. Show it to the camera, not us. Plonker. There you go. Traffic cone on his head.
Not who he is, actual picture.
Right, so read out what he is.
Thomas Fletcher Waghorn was an English sailor, navy officer, and postal pioneer
course.
who promoted and claimed the new route from Great Britain to India through the Suez Canal.
All right.
God, so he's quite a massive
He died
influence
at
and
age
figure.
49.
Well, Rachel, they don't just make statues for random people. Thomas Waghorn was a geezer. We used to go down the pub a lot.
And the pub named after him.
And we thought,
There is
Yeah,
there is
there's
Yeah,
a Thomas
Wetherspoon's right
Waghorn
after
pub. Isn't that up the road from us?
It's the Wetherspoons.
Wetherspoons in Chatham.
Oh, right, Wetherspoon in Chatham, yeah. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the other one.
Where are you thinking of?
The one up the road from us is a theatrical character, isn't he? Falstaff, John Falstaff.
Aren't they closing that down?
It's been redone, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's what I've been told recently. It's been redone.
But this figure in our town, obviously it's Chatham, so
But they
it's
should be
naval
making
waves.
like statues of proper people, like
Oh, no, don't you start. Of
proper
the
people.
Kellie Milano statue.
You don't want to catch on
And
their head.
tradition to have a turd on her head.
I have dressed up as a poo.
Of course you have. Maybe the statue would be of you when you was dressed up as a poo.
Absolutely.
Or lobbing a kangaroo.
I've done. I got stopped by the police dressed as a whoopee cushion.
Yeah. What did they do? Why did they stop you?
It was like, do you know, when you're on your way, I think I was on my way to near Dover, and they had like the
Oh,
patrol
that
people.
place called near Dover, yeah?
And it was like road patrol, and I was dressed with a whoopee cushion, and the whoopee cushion thing has a bit on your head, you know, the farty sound.
Yeah, the farty bit, yeah. Did it flap down in front of your eyes while you was driving?
It was just up there, you kind of just went, can I ask what you're doing? And I got out, and I was dressed as a whoopee cushion, and he just told me to get back in.
Are you okay?
Because you will wear it. Didn't you do a bet where, did you not wear fancy dress every day for
I've
a
done
year?
it 2 years running for the whole month of April, yeah.
So every day in
my
April.
God.
Yeah.
it's gone that
So
fancy
for the whole of April, I've done. It started off as a bit of a bet, and you're not going to do it for April Fool's Day, do you? To turn up at club dressed as something. Go on.
You're not
Yes, sir.
Well, let's take it one further. Let's go one further. I'll do it every day. No, you won't. Yeah, I will. Yeah, but you've got me. Yeah, I know. So I've rocked up to school appointments,
Did you?
doctor's appointments, shopping. I was a giant banana in the middle of Aldi, and I posed like basically the kids at club kind of went, "Dare you to do this? You won't do that." Yeah, I will. So
That
yeah,
takes some balls to do.
I give no shits.
I bet everyone came up to you though, did they?
Well, lots of people kind of went,
What?
"Why?"
That's good advertising for you, though, right?
Absolutely. Like, so I mean, the
that's
first
genius.
day I was dressed as a rainbow in the middle of the Pentagon Centre. I had a massive red tutu on, rainbow top, and I don't know, loads of a rainbow wig. And people were kind of like, what is going on? But in the middle of the like, lots of people don't even look at you in Chatham because it's Chatham.
They just thought you was a normal person.
Exactly.
You
So, but actually,
wasn't even out of place in Chatham.
I mean, it really kind of gained speed. Like, people were kind of stopping me in the street and going, "Can we get your photo?" And I was like, "You can take my photo dressed as a twat."
You stop playing drums with that microphone.
Yeah. You can take my photo dressed as an idiot, providing you go on social media and tag the charity in it and you've seen me somewhere. So I'd rock up to Booker's, pick up food parcels dressed as I've been Where's Wally, and that was the worst one. I was Where's Wally in the middle of the petrol garage, and I had loads of people going, "Spotted him."
Oh.
I was like, that's funny, isn't it? I ain't heard that already. Like, try and be a little bit, you know. But yeah, I've been a poo. We did dance class as a poo. I've Pride of Medway Awards first year. I think what was I? I can't remember what I was. I was a clown, and there was a lady in there that was petrified of clowns.
Oh, no.
That wasn't funny at all. I did not find that funny whatsoever.
Oh my God.
Liar.
Second year, I was going to be a scarecrow, and in about 10 minutes before I was due to leave, I bent over, and the burlap trousers just went.
Oh no.
so
Well, you're definitely scared.
Well, so I turned up. I was
Half scared.
Queen of Hearts. I was Queen of Hearts, but I actually announced on stage that I bent over and split the trousers because I have no filter, and that's the ADHD because it's funny, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I don't
I'm
care.
saying
It would
like
be
that.
so boring if you lived in a world where you couldn't laugh at yourself.
Like,
Well, that's
literally.
it. That's the funniest bit.
But
That's why we leave
I've
all
not
this.
always been like it. Though. I used to be really I used to be really quiet, and lots of people kind of go, "Nah."
We purposely don't edit this. A, I don't want to edit it.
That's too much time.
And B, I've got other things that need editing. This don't need it. But it's funny. When you leave all the
I
rubbish
mean, I
bits in.
genuinely like a lot of people kind of go, "Oh, why? It's an awards night. It should be proper." No, I said I'm doing 30 days in April. The awards night is in April. I am turning up in April in something that I know is going to get everybody's attention. So, and it's not publicity, but it is publicity. It's exposure, isn't it, for a charity? We work really hard.
Yeah.
So, I encourage my team to join in with stupid hats. And during COVID, we had lots of challenges where I got the kids to dress up and if you're going to be different, be different. Right?
That's brilliant. Right.
Love
How
that.
do they find you, Kel? How do they find Club Awesome?
Facebook, Club Awesome Medway.
Do you want to do it in the mic so they can know? Don't have to get close. Don't have to get too close.
That's kind
She
of half my
deserves it.
fault.
Yeah. If I had to keep following her, I'll get the follow for an hour and 20
I don't
minutes.
sit still. That's the whole ADHD thing. Though.
Yeah, I know. I should have put a Madonna mic on you. Right, go on, go again.
Facebook, Club Awesome Medway, or we have got our website.
Ta-da!
And that was 40 minutes later.
40 minutes. I must have
late.
pushed that hard onto the wall, mustn't
You
I?
did. You fixed that, didn't you?
Yeah,
you
that's
you,
good.
You jammed it.
We nearly ended, and that's really weird for that to fall off that late, so
Well done. It stayed up.
thanks.
And we weren't having an in-depth conversation, and it's
Which is always best, because it ruins I don't know why we do it. It ruins conversations. People
It's
go,
brilliant,
oh,
though.
where
it's
was
the
I?
bits that made me laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thank you for having me.
We honestly, it's a pleasure having you over here, and you can come back if you've got anything new coming on and you want to chat again, or we can put snippets in for you. Just contact us and we'll put some snippets in, because it's an amazing charity and we've seen these kids shine from it. So
They're brilliant. It's about them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love them.
just say the details again, just in case that sign ruined it.
So the website is www. Do people even say www even though they don't?
Well, that you do.
I'm old though. I still use diary. So Club Awesome is CLUBAUSOME, not AW. .co.uk, and on Facebook it's Club Awesome Medway. Come and find us. We've got a public page but private group, so that everyone's business on the group is confidential.
Perfect. And what's your carrier pigeon username?
Club Awesome at carrierpigeon.com.
I feel like
I was going to give you
say,
the privilege of being the first username on
of
the carrier
the carrier
pigeon.
pigeon. I think we'd have to have Allbird, AU,
Allbird. Okay.
Allbird.
Yeah.
Or maybe Club Awesome so they can find it. I don't know.
Why would I do that? That would just be predictable, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And
That's-
I throw kangaroos and stuff. I don't do predictable.
Brilliant. Thanks for having us.
Thanks
No,
so
that's the wrong way round.
Thank you so much for having us. We'll go.
My studio now.
Kelly, thanks for having us on our show. I've been with you too long now. I'm a bit disappointed you didn't come dressed as something.
It's not April, but I'm not doing it this year.
Oh,
Okay.
No, because people are predicting that I will. And
Right.
I'd rather.
what else can we get you to
shop.
do?
Yeah.
We're definitely going now. This always happens. A 10-minute conversation afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, if you want to listen or you want to chat on the show, you want to come on the show, www.Cherrywood Cherrywood, CherrywoodPro.com/podcast. Cherrywood. I never get this right. www.cherrywoodpro.com/podcast. Or if you want to email, info @cherrypro.co.uk. Oh, just put a message on YouTube or something. I don't know. You'll find us.
Just contact us somehow.
This podcast has been brought to you by Snugdubs Camper Van Hire.
Roam the world, park anywhere.
That's snugdubs.co.uk. This podcast was brought to you today by Austin's Eatery on Station Road, Strood.
Try the Viking Challenge.